Hello, teachers. Welcome to Seed 508, Planning, Managing, and Assessing the 7 through 12 Diverse Classroom. My name is Jamie Stone, and I will be your captain / coach / cheerleader and / drill sergeant throughout this semester to help you be as successful as you can be. Let's take a look at what we'll be doing this semester. We will learn about Charlotte Danielson's framework for teaching in planning, managing, and assessing the 7 through 12 diverse classroom. Why? Because the Danielson framework represents effective teaching. Learning about the framework will help you ensure that you are meeting the expectations that your school district will have for you. The Danielson framework consists of 4 domains. Rather than going in order 1, 2, 3, and 4, in our course, we're going to begin with domain 4, which is professional responsibilities. The next domain we're going to look at is the classroom environment. Then we'll look at planning and preparation, and finally, instruction. When we're working with the First Days of School, How to Be an Effective Teacher by Harry and Rosemary Wong, we're going to go in a similar order rather than starting at the beginning of the book and moving forward. We're going to start with Part E, Future Understandings about the Professional. And then we'll go back to Basic Understandings, the Teacher, Positive Expectations, Classroom Management, and then finally, lesson mastery. The other text that we're going to use in our class during the last 8 weeks is called Bold School by Weston Kieschnick. I've got a Venn diagram up there because one of the things that makes Bold School useful for you is that it takes old school wisdom and then it merges it with new school technology. This is what we call blended learning. And so you're going to see how to take direct instruction, for example, which is old school wisdom, and then make it stronger by using technology. My goal, my hope for you is that you will use these strategies in your ED 695 placement when you're teaching, and then during your internship semester. During this semester, you will also be practicing the Praxis Performance Assessment for Teachers, also known as the PPAT. You will register for the Praxis Performance Assessment for Teachers during your internship semester. The PPAT consists of 4 tasks. Task 1 is knowledge of students and the learning environment. This is a formative assessment task that we'll practice in Seed 508. The second task is assessment and data collection to measure and inform student learning. For this one, we will be using the samples that are provided on the Educational Testing Service website for you to compare and contrast strong narratives and weak narratives. The third task is called Designing Instruction for Student Learning, and you'll be doing that with Dr. Amos in ED 695. And finally, the last task, which is the capstone and actually weighted more heavily than task 2 and task 3, is task 4, implementing and analyzing instruction to inform student learning. Why am I asking you to work with these texts during our course? Why are we doing this? By reading your discussion responses, I know that you want to be the best teacher that you can be, and that's what I want for you as well. I don't want you to be a teacher. I want you to be the teacher. By practicing and learning this semester, you'll have a strong foundation to do so. On D2L, where can you find information? First, we have the syllabus that has the expectations for the course, and then attached to it is the tentative schedule. Notice the word tentative. It's not written in stone like the syllabus. Modifications might be made, but any modification is to help your learning. And finally, I will have a weekly checklist for you to use in D2L. Please, if the information does not correspond in any of these sites, let me know so it can be fixed. I wanted to show this
My
clip
master
here.
made me this collar. He is a good and smart master, and he made me this collar so that I may talk. Squirrel! My master is good at...
Several years ago, I learned the phrase, I chase squirrels. And I adopted it because I chase squirrels. I own it. And this is why I ask you to let me know if there are any discrepancies between the tentative schedule and the checklist, and because in a sense you are my proofreaders, just like I am your proofreader. In the course, I hope that we can foster the idea of mutualistic symbiosis, the fact that two organisms work together for the benefit of both. And so that's why I will let you know if you're missing something, and I hope that you will do the same thing for me. This is one of the reasons why I will be sending you remind texts to remind you when to put your posts up, what's due, etc. I wanted to take some time to remind you about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. That first level is your physiological needs, and I know that stress is one of the areas that you might be experiencing, so please communicate with me so that we can work through any issues that may arise. Safety is next, and I know that the feedback that I give you might make you defensive, but that's not what the intent is. My intent is to help you learn and grow for the future. Social acceptance, you'll have plenty of opportunities to collaborate with your project second teammates. Esteem, and then through all of this, we have our self-development. In summary, through this brief video, we discussed Charlotte Danielson's framework for teaching, the first days of school, how to be an effective teacher, blended learning via Bold School, the Praxis Performance Assessment for teachers, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and the final message I have for you is that teamwork makes the dream work. I am here to help you meet your goals. So please communicate with me. I'll do the same, and let's have a great semester. Thank you for listening, and thank you for learning.